right, it's time for the new Sunday edition. And here we go. I'm just going to call this one SPIRATION. And all right, here we go. We have a local son inspires father to complete work program. So, it's Las Vegas, Nevada, graduation day, a moment of accomplishment. All the men and women completing the Hope for Prisoners program. The nonprofit gives them job skills and mentorship so they can become productive members of society. In the crowd is James Click. Today is a new starting point for my life, said Click. A starting point after a life of battling crime and addiction, he says the program finally made him change. A winning attitude, goals, filling out an application, mentorship, he said. It took a lot for James to get to graduation day. He was inspired by one person, his son, Jimmy Jr. I see my son, he got a job right away, he said. He started doing everything right, the mentor and the whole procedure, so I signed up myself. And in a special surprise for Friday's ceremony, his son delivered the commencement speech. I didn't want to look at him because I knew I was going to cry, said Jimmy Jr. I've seen him at his worst. I've seen him, and he's seen me at my worst. Honestly, lost hope at one point in my life and never thought we would ever bounce back. But Hope for Prisoners changed that. Now, with new skills and confidence in life, both say hope is something they can carry on forever. So it's good. It's a program here. It's a program here in so what they're doing. It's a program called Hope for Prisoners, and it seems like a pretty good program. They're trying to help people out, trying to get them all squared away, give them mentoring the people and teaching them job skills. So after they get out of prison, they can go and they can get back and become productive members of society, trying to get back and do whatever they can. Hopefully they'll be able to start businesses and not have to work for anybody else. Just start your own business. Okay, here's a story number 2. A black school aide fired for rebuking the boy's use of the N-word. Students at a Wisconsin school have protested against the firing of a black security guard after he told a student not to call him a racial slur. Marion Anderson was sacked for repeating the N-word while scolding a black pupil who addressed him with the epithet. Mr. Anderson was asked on October 9th, to help remove an unruly teen who then began directing racial abuse at him. He was sacked from West High School in the city of Madison, Wisconsin on Wednesday. Scores of students staged a walkout on Friday in the Midwestern U.S. state's capital city to demonstrate against the dismissal. Mr. Anderson's son, 17-year-old Noah Anderson, who was the president of the school's Black Student Union, led the walkout. According to ABC News, students chanted, "Do better," and hey, no, zero tolerance has got to go. Madison Metropolitan School District cited its zero tolerance policy on derogatory slurs by staff members as a reason for the dismissal. A union representative, Mr. Anderson, filed a grievance against the district on Thursday, calling for him to be reinstated and receive back pay. Mr. Anderson says he feels he has a right to not be called that word. My father was called this word, my grandmother, my grandfather, and keep going down the family line, he said. We were all called this word, and not one of them could say, "Don't call me that." I can. And I shouldn't be punished because I have the right to tell somebody not to call me this word. So I made a conscious decision to address the word because it's an epidemic. Said our kids use it every day. Mr. Anderson has worked with the school district for the last 11 years. In an interview with the New York Times, he said he had been asked by assistant principal to deal with a 17-year-old student who had been accused of taking another pupil's mobile phone. As he escorted the alleged troublemaker from the building, Mr. Anderson said the student directed the racial slur at him about 15 times, along with other offensive terms. And so the security guard rebuked him for saying, for calling him that racial slur. And in reality, so what eventually happened was the school fired him for telling the kid not to use the word against the guard. So it's a crazy place, man, where we living in today. Yep, attack the person that's being attacked, not the attacker. So this is the society that we live in today, thanks to the DC dunce over there. So here we go with story number 3. Robert F. Smith, the billionaire who promised to pay off student loans for an entire college class, said his $34 million gift was inspired by a small act of philanthropy that he saw his mom make. In May, billionaire Robert F. Smith pledged to pay off the student loan debt for an entire graduating class. Smith made the announcement that he would pay off the student loans of the 400 graduating seniors during his commencement address at Morehouse College. In September, he followed up on the announcement by pledging to also pay off the students' parents' educational debt. Wow, I didn't know that. So not only he made an announcement to pay off the students' debt, but also the students' parents' educational debt. At the Carnegie Medal of Philanthropy Award ceremony in New York on October 16, Smith said the gift was inspired in part by his mother's monthly $25 gift to the United Negro College Fund. Smith has built his $6.8 billion fortune from his Texas-based private equity firm, Vista Equity Partners. So he's making good on his promise there. Not only is he making good on his promise, he's also made another promise to pay off the debt of the students' parents, as well as 400 students. So hey, this this is amazing right here. So that's something, man. Hopefully one day I'll be able to do something like that. Robert F. Smith. That brother's doing things, man. Doing big things. Big things. Think big, folks. Think big.